how can we break through the noise of such a crowded marketplace?
Love that. Yeah, awesome. I love that question. So let me share what some of those ways are. So one is the you know a crowded marketplace is only crowded when it only feels crowded when it's like everyone is talking and no one is really listening, and everyone is saying, hey, look at me, look at me, look at me. Okay. Now a marketplace is a lot less crowded when someone has got your attention, and especially when someone is saying, hey, you know what, check out Michael, check out John, because they have something that I think you really, really need, okay, that would be really beneficial for you. When we see that someone is not promoting themselves, but that they are promoting someone else, right? That they seem like they're sharing something that is really of our benefit, for our benefit, we tend to listen more. So the first tactic I'll share with you is that first, focus on where your ideal clients are getting their information. Whom do they respect? What bloggers do they respect? What email lists are they subscribed to? And the question is, well, how do I know? Well, you know in a couple ways. One is, are you following your ideal clients? And when I say ideal clients, again, we could spend an hour talking about that. But let me just say that if you already have clients, okay, if you already are someone who has paying clients, be sure to be either friends with them or at least following their profile on social media. So Facebook, or Google Plus, or LinkedIn, or Twitter, or Pinterest, Instagram, etc., etc. Notice what resources they share. Okay, what resources they share is basically where they're getting their information. So like, oh, check out this article on this blog, or oh my gosh, I'm so excited to be going to John and Michael's webinar. Okay, so these are the people, these are their information sources. Okay, now from their information sources are the people you need to go to say, hey, you know what? It looks like you and I have a similar audience. You actually have an audience of people who would love the kind of information I'm sharing, and I notice that you don't share this kind of information. Now I'm saying, again, the perfect referral, I'm talking about referral partnerships here, right? And the perfect referral partner is someone who has an audience of people like your ideal clients, but they themselves don't talk about the thing that you talk to your audience about. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And even more perfect is if these types of if their audience is approaching them to say, hey, where do I find information about this, or where do I get information about that? So I'll give you an example. Let's say that there is an acupuncturist, right? And the acupuncturist is helping people with certain chronic illnesses, but the acupuncturist is noticing that certain illnesses are really more than just physical. They're maybe more emotionally driven. It's psychosomatic is the term. It's somehow their psychology is affecting their physical health. And in that case, acupuncture isn't the only modality that can solve that. They need to go to perhaps a life coach, or I have an actual client who focuses, chronicillnesscoach.com. Check him out. He has a track record of helping people who have chronic illnesses through their psychosomatic issues so that they actually heal. They actually heal better than going to certain physical doctors, even going to certain therapists. So that's an example of the perfect referral partners. The acupuncturist has some clients who they should refer on to my friend Thomas, who could heal them in that way that the acupuncturist couldn't. Another example, a relationship blogger, or someone who loves talking about how to keep marriages healthy, or how to get great relationships. They have people approaching them all the time. Once their blog is relatively successful, say, hey, can you coach me? Can you help me with my personal relationships? And certainly that blogger can't help everyone who approaches them. And so guess what? I have a client who then approaches relationship. My client is a relationship coach, and she has a track record of helping people get great marriages, or transform their marriages into ones that are fulfilling and awesome. And so she approaches relationship bloggers and say, I know that you have people approaching you that you can't help, and I want to let you know that this is what I do. I have a track record of doing this, and If it's appropriate, I'd love to pay you commissions for anyone you send me. Again, if it's appropriate. And this is one of those things where not everyone wants your commission. Some people just love to be able to help their audience members. Or if they don't want commissions, but you can either give their audience a special discount or give that percentage that you would have paid in commissions to your partner's favorite charity.